Trump leads in 5 key states as young and non-white voters express discontent with Biden, okay? You'll find a clip. He's just coming out. It's literally coming out the courthouse. So recent poll by New York Times, Siena College, and Philadelphia Inquirer revealed that Donald J. Trump leads President Biden in 5 critical battleground states, ready? Michigan, Arizona, Nevada, Georgia, and Pennsylvania among registered voters. Trump's lead underscores a significant shift in demographics, with him winning over more than 20% of black voters and essentially tying Biden among 18 to 29-year-olds and Hispanic voters, despite them largely favoring Biden in 2020. While Biden maintains lead among registered voters in Wisconsin, the race is tighter among likely voters, indicating a challenging path to re-election for Biden. Additionally, dissatisfaction with the economy and the cost of living remains high, with over 50% of voters considering the economy poor, despite recent stock market gains and cooling inflation. The polls are highlighted as a desire for change among voters, with nearly 70% expressing a need for more changes in the political and economic system. Tom.
Well, you know what? The Democrats crowed when they said we really didn't, and they did. You can find the headlines of it, where certain Democrat strategist says, all we have to be is not Trump. Remember that? Remember that run, Vinny?
Yep.
Oh, all we have to do in this election is be not Trump. Isn't it freaking interesting that now a percent of voters that had voted for Biden, that are liberal, now leaning center, that now they're voting for not Biden?
Yeah.
The smart voters are looking at who's best for the economy, who's going to be best at the border, who's going to be best on defense, who's going to be best on draining the swamp. And you don't think that Trump's got a different cabinet coming? You don't think he's got different programs coming? Then you're crazy. And guess what's happening? People are seeing it. They're seeing through the ruse. And now the crosstabs on all these polls, and what the crosstabs is exactly what Pat just read. When you read into the polls and you say, okay, big poll, 54% this, 48% this. Okay, what's in the poll? Let's take it in. The crosstab is who is in the poll and what are they saying? And guess what we're discovering? These young people of color, are saying, you know what? I don't like what I bought. I want to return it. I bought Biden. You know what? I don't like that. And you know what? Now I have a way to compare. And for the first time, and Vivek said it, for the first time since Grover Cleveland, if you don't know who Grover Cleveland was, he was a guy that was president once, and there was a gap in between his 2 presidencies, are able to say, I had the choice, Trump versus Biden, and I could compare them, and I took Biden. Now I've got a choice, Trump versus Biden again. I can compare them again, the same 2. And now it's time to say, do you like what you bought? No. And inside these polls, people are saying, you know what? I don't like it, and now I'm going to buy something else.
It's almost like that buy now, pay later, Tom. They voted now, and now they're paying later.
Well, under Biden, it was buy now, pour later, with what he did to the economy.
That's what I'm saying. So good. You
VNPL, vote now, pay later.
Pay later.
Well,
We're doing it.
Or vote now, pain later.
Watch this here. He's coming out of the court, and watch this. Go ahead and play this.
They're doing great. They've kept me here for 3.5, 4 weeks instead of campaigning, and yet we still have the best poll numbers. Just came out in the New York Times, as we discussed before. Mark, they're doing great. They've kept me here for.
He's following. He's following, and the audience in a marketplace is realizing. I'm about case studies. I love case studies. One of the things when you go get an MBA, I went to a program for a couple of weeks. We did like 20, 30 case studies. Apparently, when you get an MBA, you do 200, 300, 400 case studies of different businesses. Imagine the case study they're going to do of the 2016 separate case study, 2020 separate case study. And by the way, these are 3 separate case studies. Let me explain it to you. 2016, guy who's a non-politician, billionaire TV guy comes and beats the person that everybody thought was going to be the first female president of all time, which is who? Hillary Clinton. What a case study. 2020, COVID, Biden, record-breaking, 81 million votes. Whatever. Case study. One guy's going out, 50, 60, 80,000 people during COVID are showing up. BLM, protests. The other one's showing up, 22 people are showing up. But the guy with 22 people showing up wins. 2024. They're going through. This guy is going to have the top 3, you know how you look at UFC and the biggest pay-per-view tickets ever sold? It's what, 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5 is who? Conor McGregor, right?
Of course.
Mm-hmm. And then you go look at boxing, 4 out of 4 biggest pay-per-views ever sold. You know who it is 4 out of 4? It's all Mayweather. It's not Tyson.
Money.
It's not Holyfield. It's Mayweather 4 for 4. The top 3 case studies for presidential election of all time, it's all going to be Trump. and it's going to be written about, criticized, talked about, documentaries, movies, shows for decades. I'm telling you, Vinny, I'm going to call you. Vinny, move at it. Taza movie plot, Trump. Kasi disbroiler. Azak. We're going to be 84 years old.
Oh my.
Sitting at the movie theater. Movie la nakshahaktan badaich bakara podcast hem zoomig.
Yeah. And
Can you translate that for us?
Well, just we're gonna be like, dude, can you
Americans?
believe it? They're making another movie about Trump. Let's go. I'm like, oh, my back hurts. But he makes a great point, and it's like, but the tactics of the left, every single thing has backfired, and they've had this 4 years to basically show the world, hey guys, to hell with Trump. You know, he was gonna destroy everything. Look at what we've done, and then now this case study that you're talking about for 4 years. Zero, absolutely nothing. They've bankrupt us. They're giving money all over the world. We have no security. Economy is shit. Houses, people are struggling. And I just hope they let this be a fair and free election, because to me they seem way too calm. Because when I see the polls, and I'm not a big poll guy, strippers or whatever, but when you see 48%, it's neck and neck. What the hell are this 48%? What are you? Are you blind? Are you stupid? I don't understand. How is it a neck and neck race? Unless you're the top 1% and you're chilling, which that doesn't make up the 48%. What are you talking about? Are you that blindly loyal to a shitty party that doesn't give a damn about you, doesn't give a damn about the country? I just don't understand. I'm
Not
confused.
all of them are. That's what Pat read in those numbers. Not all of them are. Some of them are getting smart, and you should give them credit, Vinny. They're coming across. They're coming across slowly, unlike the border where they come across fast. But that's probably one of the issues of the election. Yeah. But there are people coming across back to the center, and they're saying they don't like it. So your question is correct, 100% correct. But give credit to the voters that are coming across and tell them to bring their friends.
Well, this is the beauty of America and the beauty of democracy, is it allows you to be bipolar and allows you to have buyer's remorse. I know Vinny still can't comprehend that elections are close in America. It's crazy to me, but you'll figure it out. But it's a race to the bottom. Trump's at 41, Biden's at 40. Breaking news, y'all. It's going to go into October, November, and there'll be some sort of October, November surprise. But the swing states will tell them all. There's 100,000 people in America that decide elections. They all live in Detroit, in Philly, in Madison, Wisconsin, in Nevada, in Georgia, in Macon County. Like, that's who runs America. We all know that certain people are going to vote right and certain people are going to vote left. It's all about convincing the people that shift from Bush to Obama to Trump to Biden to go back to Trump to come back here. But that's the beauty of America. What would you rather be in Russia, in China, in Iran, or in Gaza, where they literally don't hold elections or they're sham elections? It allows you to have buyer's remorse. And we all know that the single most important issue for the Democrats are abortion and the threat to democracy. And on the right, it's basically the borders, safety, security, and the economy. But the odds are in Trump's favor. He's still slightly ahead of Biden. 2 weeks ago, it was, I think if you bet $100 on Biden, you'd win $125. That's a 5-4 odds. Now it's 11-10. So meaning if you bet $100 on Biden, you win 110. Trump is even money. But Trump is like, you saw Ice Cube just come out and say something. Trump's like an ice pick. He's picking away at certain voters. He's picking away at blacks, at Latinos, at independents. He's picking away chip. And the way that politics works, it's a coalition by addition. And the Democrats have always been a big tent party. Everyone's coming in. But it looks like, based on what Biden's doing, there's going to be a rain out and people are leaving the tent.
But I'm shocked that you're shocked that I think it's a close race. And I guess I understand close races, but in the history of the United States presidential elections, has anything been this big of a shit show?
Here we go.
No, I'm being dead serious. Has it ever been, Adam? Has it ever been?
Vinny, it all depends on who you ask. If you're living in a bubble and you're only speaking with a certain ilk of people, then you're immune to the fact that other people have concerns. Here's the reality.
Go ahead.
I know you're not a big poll guy.
Yeah.
Just look at the polls then.
No,
and then you can become a poll guy.
The same polls with Hillary? You mean those same pollsters? Because while I'm asking you, you still haven't answered my question. In the history of the United States of America, has it ever been this big of a shit show, meaning from 2016 to right now? All the shit surrounding what they've done to him, all the cheating, election interfering, the fraud, the jail, the trying to... No. It's never been like this. And for half the country to be like, yeah, to hell with that guy.
I can think of a few times that it kind of got uglier than this. I don't know. In the 1860s, there was that little war between the North and the South. It got pretty ugly then, Vinny.
I'm talking about.
But then in the
I'm over here if you need me.
1960s, exactly when Tom
was there.
When Tom was growing up
Tom
in the
was
1860s, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Him and Lincoln. Where was Tom when Lincoln got assassinated?
I did not hear
have
Lincoln
questions.
say the
I have
Gettysburg
questions.
Address. I was
But
in the restroom.
In the
Hang on a second.
1960s.
We don't need to raise our voices. Tom, give me your thoughts. Respond to Vinny.
So what Vinny is talking about, he says, hey, I'm confused. And it's kind of what I was saying to you a minute ago. You say, I can't believe it's this close. Well, it is this close. It is. But when you look at the states that are outside of this, it's not that close. And you look at the swing states, it's increasingly not that close. Vinny, what it takes for it to be that close is large, entrenched masses of liberal humanity in California, New York. That's a national poll. And by the way, have you noticed how few, and I'll tell you, Vinny, the Electoral College, we add up all the states, we elect a president, right?
Yes.
And then other people say, well, screw the Electoral College, it should be the popular vote.
Yeah.
Let's just do the whole thing. Have you noticed how few liberals are talking about the Electoral College over the last 60 days? Try to find the stories. There's only a few of them, very few of them. You know why? Because they don't want it either way, because they're staring into the headlights of a loss. As long as
they want to get rid of the Electoral College. Because the Democrats win the popular vote every single time, but they lose the Electoral College.
But Tom,
well, not every single time. It happens. It's happened recently.
When's the last time that the Republican won the popular vote?
But it's
find that out.
Yeah. Well, Tom, here's the thing. Tom, it's just odd to me, and we keep talking about the case study of Donald Trump and the case study of Biden for anybody. I don't give a shit about the loyalty to the party. For anybody to go, well, Joe Biden, you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. You just hate Trump, so you're going to vote for Biden because nothing. If you could tell me one positive thing that's happening in this country, I'll shut my mouth. One positive thing. Nothing is going right. So it's just odd to me. It boggles my mind that people are still like, Donald Trump. It's a case study. You already know who's better by far. It's not even a close by comparison. So it just drives me nuts, Tom. That's it, that it's ever going to be that close.
For some people, Vinny, you're right. But for some people, they're just entrenched and logic takes a holiday until they feel the pain personally. And we're seeing people making videos. We're seeing amazing videos coming out of people that you wouldn't think would be speaking this way, that are giving chapter and verse of what they're personally experiencing. You're right. You know what? That's why people are listening to this podcast. That's why so many people are listening, because we're opening up to the center and we're putting things on the table that they haven't seen before.
And Vinny, I'm with you. Like I'm genuinely with you. I understand your frustration. I'm happy to be here for the intellectual intervention of Vinny with politics and polling. But this is the reality of America. Most people focus on personality, not policy. So when they see Trump, orange man bad. It's a gut feeling. They can't get over it. Trump derangement syndrome.
It's real.
Is it real or fake?
It's 100% real. And they were taught to hate him.
So I know that you're going to be like, I can't believe. Start believing. That's the reality that we're living.
No, I believe it, and I feel bad for them.
Tom, what's this?
But take a look at this, Vinny.
Yeah.
What happened in Georgia? They had a case.
Yeah.
In the middle, what you don't realize happened is how pissed off Georgia outside of Fulton County is. Vinny, go look at that poll in Georgia.
It's 49% now towards Trump.
To what?
To Donald Trump.
To who's the other guy?
39 to 39 to Biden.
Look at that spread.
Yeah.
That's because they ran that case, and it was in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. It was in the face of all those people in Georgia, and they got pissed off. You're seeing that. Guess what?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't like that.
Yeah.
And now the spread is happening.
And now Wisconsin.
Look at Nevada. Nevada. I don't remember the last time, going back to Reagan, that Nevada was actually won by a Republican. You look at the last, because there's massive unions that are in Las Vegas, and Harry Reid used to control all that. Well, now take a look. Look at what's happening in Nevada. And then in Michigan, look at the spread. Look how close it was under Hillary. Look at Arizona. Who cares about the border? A lot of people in Arizona.
Yeah.
Look at Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is the one they fear, because Biden must win Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and one other. And the one other Pick one that you think you're going to go after. They don't even put North Carolina on this list anymore. You know why?
Why?
Because the pollsters are looking at it saying, don't even think about it. Don't even think about activating.
And Biden won North Carolina. It just goes to show. But these are the most important people in America.
It used to be 7. Now it's 6.
And these are the states that you're going to see in the final month of the election that they're going to be circling the wagons, going to each and every one of these states.
Yep.
We saw that Hillary made the mistake of going to the Southwest and Nevada and to Arizona when she should have been in Michigan and Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. And let's see if Biden makes that same mistake.
I believe Pennsylvania will determine the election because I believe that North Carolina, Georgia, and Arizona are a done deal unless something really weird happens.
And it also has the most electoral votes out of any of these states.
Well, yeah. And by the way, if you were to look at the map, I should do something on polling and kind of break all this down. Because right now, right now, Trump's within like 8 electoral votes, and they all know it. And Pennsylvania puts it over, whereas Biden needs to get the 3. Yeah. He needs Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and one other, and he doesn't have it.
So we'll see.
This is the part where Trump is getting out there and talking about the fact that he said he's in Jersey. He's giving a speech. He said in Jersey, he said, I think I wouldn't be surprised if we win 50 states. Now, he's a salesman, so he's selling.
Yeah.
And he's selling all day long. Winning 50 states means you're winning California. You know what it is to win California? It's Tom, Rob, is this the one or no?
This is where he talks about flipping New Jersey.
Yeah, can you play this?
It's actually hardest to flip Hawaii, by the way.
Oh, really?
As you can see today, we're expanding the electoral map because we are going to officially play in the state of New Jersey. We're going to win the state of New Jersey.
It's crazy.
This guy's wild.
100,000 people.
But I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the greatest case studies ever. 3 of them. I don't think people fully realize what we're in right now because we're in it. When you're in it, I used to tell my guys all the time, I'm like, guys, we're trying to build an insurance company, and we were in a very, very hard, tough season. Very. Like, we are like, I don't know what's going to happen in this season. I said, just trust me on this. You're going to miss this season because this season's going to go very quickly. You're going to be rich. I said, and when you become rich, from there on, you're going to talk about these seasons, right? Meaning, right now, in this season, it is insane. It is dark. It is nasty. It is ugly. But 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now, they're going to talk about the season. Here's what I want to tell you. The announcement is both Dave Smith and Chris Cuomo have agreed to a debate.
Oh, that's
yes.
great.
May 31st, Friday night, 6 to 9 p.m.
Friday night fights at
6 to 9 p.m.
That is sick.
Okay? 6 to 9 p.m.
Wow.
It's official. It'll be at our comedy club that we have, 5990 Live. And this is going to be what the people want. The people from the establishment who don't want to see this conversation take place, they're going to do everything in their power to prevent this from taking place.
Fauci being one of them.
Whoever it is.
Yeah.
They're going to be watching. Within seconds of making this announcement, I guarantee you messages are being sent saying, are you out of your flipping mind? For those of you guys that haven't yet registered for this, just go to 5990 Live, buy a ticket. VIPs sell out ASAP, and then it'll be about 185 to 190 tickets. VIPs will have cigars with us afterwards, but looking forward to this.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.